Hey everyone, I'm going to review this new player of the week that's been released today, and we'll get straight into it. We'll start with the lowest rated of the bunch. We've got Gueye from Sevilla. This guy, as always, we've got some 4 stars in player of the week. This is the first of our 4 stars. He's kind of okay in a lot of areas, decent in one or two, but he just doesn't really excel anywhere. That you look at the skill set there, he's got long range shooting and first time shot. I mean, with 61 finishing, I'm not sure that's going to make him anything special with the long range shooting. Interception, sliding tackle, fighting spirit. He's got some good skills for a defensive midfielder, but he doesn't have one touch pass, doesn't have blocker. And you look through his attributes, he's got reasonable speed. Very good, very good physical contact. He's a strong guy. Not the best balance, good stamina. Defensively, he's decent but not brilliant. On the ball, he's kind of okay. Passing, not brilliant, not the worst, but again, without one touch pass. Box to box, could play centre mid as well as defensive mid, but again, his passing's not brilliant. He's not brilliant on the ball. He's kind of just okay in most areas, decent in one or two. But I think ultimately, unless you're Senegalese or you're a Sevilla fan, I don't think this guy's really going to appeal to many people. Next up, Badiashile, another 4 star. Much like Gueye, if you're not a Chelsea fan, I don't think this guy's really going to appeal to many people. Ultimately, you're looking at a centre back. You're going straight to the middle column, and he just isn't very good at defending. I've got 3 star centre backs who've got better defensive stats. This guy just isn't great. Down the left, he's okay for a centre back, especially with the passing is pretty good. His aerial and physicals are good. He's very strong in the air, especially with the heading and aerial superiority skills. Speed's alright, stamina's alright. I could do with one or two more defensive skills, and like I say, ultimately with those stats for defending, he's just not very good at defending. So I don't think many people are going to really want to get this guy. And then the last of our 4 stars, we go from a disappointing 4 star to what I think is a very good 4 star. For a goalkeeper, 85 awareness, 85 catching, 88 reflexes is excellent, 83 reach is pretty good. You're looking at all that, you think, yeah, it's really good for a keeper, but I think it's pretty obvious why he's only 4 stars. 72 for parrying. He's going to parry quite a few shots into dangerous areas. He might be conceding a few of those annoying rebound goals. So 72 parrying, and then also 74 jump, even though he's 6'3", not the best jumping. So that 74 jump with 72 parrying, I think that's the reason he's only 4 stars and not 5 stars. But still, I think regardless, he's a good keeper. Most keepers have at least one weakness. He might not be elite with the likes of Maignan, Donnarumma, and so on, but he's a good keeper, especially this week with the English League Challenge. You need a keeper from the English League. He could be a really good option for you. And I think also it's worth noting, it's only a minor thing for a keeper, but 60-61 for his passing stats. Distribution matters sometimes. So, yeah, I think for a 4-star keeper, Fabianski is actually pretty good. So I'd be pretty happy if I got this guy. And then we've got Lacazette. It's the second player of the week, Lacazette, that we've had. Deep lying forward again. He's got good offensive awareness. He's good on the ball. Passing's pretty good for a striker. Finishing 84 is pretty good. And you look down the right, his speed's a little bit lacking. He's not the quickest. Really good kicking power. His physical contact and imbalance, he's going to be pretty reasonable on the ball. He's not going to be easy to shrug off. And then you look at his skill set. So pretty good on the ball, first time shot as you'd hope for from a striker. But then you see one touch pass and through passing. And he's a deep lying forward. So as a deep lying forward, he's going to be dropping deep quite a lot, getting involved in the build up. 79 low pass, one touch pass, through passing. I think this guy could be a really effective player if you like a deep lying forward. I think that's the key. If you don't really like the deep lying forward play style for a striker, and I personally don't particularly like it, I don't think it's someone you're going to really want. But if you do like that play style, and if you're okay with the slight lack of speed, I think this could be actually a really effective card for you. So I think a lot of people might like this guy. Then we got Lukaku. This is a fun card. It's pretty much what you'd expect from Lukaku. He's a big guy, 6'3", obviously 94 kilograms, big. He's powerful with that physical contact, 90. He's got 88 kicking power. Got long range shooting. You can bosh some long range shots in, have a lot of fun with him. But also, goal poacher, good speed at 85, offensive awareness 86, finishing 88. He's actually a good poacher who can get in behind and take your chances. Long range curler, first time shot. He's got outside curler as well. So you get him into shooting positions, not just with those powerful long ranges, but this guy's a goal scorer. He'll get goals for you. He's not brilliant on the ball, but you kind of expect that from a big, powerful target man type of player, even though he's got the goal poacher play style. In the air, 83, he's got pretty good heading, although he doesn't have the heading skill. Jumping's only 68. Physical contact 90 though, so no heading, no aerial superiority. Does have acrobatic finishing, so if you're putting crosses into him, you could have some joy, but you will find some headers go over the bar, and he's not going to win every header. So yeah, ultimately for me, you want to get this guy into shooting positions because he's got great finishing, he's got his shooting skills. Really interesting goal poacher. Could be a good fun one to have. Then we've got Sane from Bayern. Interesting one because normally a winger, but they've made him an AMF and they've given him the whole player play style. As you would expect from Sane, crazy pace, skill set down here, long range curler, long range shooting, first time shot. He's got one touch pass, he doesn't have through passing, and for an AMF, 77 low pass is not brilliant. So that's something to be mindful of if you do play him as an AMF, because he's passing without through passing and only 77 there. Don't ask too much of him with through balls. But if you're playing him out wide, certainly on the right, you can play him as a wide right forward, long range curler. He's got 76 finishing, he's got 90 curl. He could have a deadly long range curler on him. Those finesse finishes curled into the far corner. Also got long range shooting and first time shot, as I mentioned. So you get him into shooting positions, wide right or wide left or through the middle. Especially the whole player getting into good positions could be really deadly. And also wide left, he doesn't have the pinpoint crossing skill, but 90 kicking power, 90 curl, and 83 lofted pass. Even without the pinpoint crossing skill, he could put some pretty dangerous crosses in. And again, as you expect from Sane, as well as that crazy pace, he's very good on the ball. 92 for dribbling is fantastic. So he's an interesting one. I think ultimately don't ask too much of his passing, but could be putting some dangerous crosses in. Got some very potent shooting and great on the ball and great pace. So yeah, very interesting card, Sane. Then we've got Gundogan from Man City. Again, pretty much what you expect from him. They've made him a box-to-box. The last one was a whole player. He's great on the ball, great passing. Defensively, not brilliant for a box-to-box. He's okay for a box-to-box. I think ultimately, if you've got another centre mid in there or defensive mid behind him who's going to be doing the defensive work, you'll be able to really free this guy up to do what he's best at, which is getting forward and creating chances, but not just creating chances. What they've done with this guy, you look down the right there, pace not brilliant. He's kind of okay on the ball physically, stamina's good. You look down at his skills though, there's no defensive skills. He's very much one for going forward. First time shot, one touch pass, through passing, long range curler. You want to get into those attacking areas, but as much as he's great for creating chances, especially with that through passing, as you'd expect from Gundogan, what you're looking at is 85 for finishing and 85 for offensive awareness. So if you've got someone defensive behind this guy and freeing him up to get forward, he is potent going forward. It's almost a shame he's not a whole player again, because with that offensive awareness and the finishing, he's going to be really dangerous getting forward. And it's a shame he can't play him AMF as well, but nonetheless, playing him as a box-to-box and freeing him up with another defensive midfielder behind him, he's got some real quality going forward. He can shoot, he can pass. You get him into the right positions, he can do a lot for you. Obviously, they put him down as a DMF, but I don't think you want to play him DMF. Make him a CMF. He can play there. All those attacking abilities, creating goals, scoring goals. Yeah, he's a very strong card, Gundogan. And then we've got Fofana. About time we had a good Fofana card from Lons. He's been great for them the last few years. Skill set, will start there. Shooting, he's got long range shooting, long range curler, rising shot, first time shot. So he wants to get some shots away. One touch passing and through passing. So this guy's potent in the final third. Box to box, he can play defensive, centre or attacking mid. You look at his attributes, it's an interesting one because he's got good speed for a centre mid, really good kicking power. Some of his shooting could be really dangerous. Physical contact's very good. Stamina 90 is very good. Down the middle defensively, he's okay. He can do it as a box to box. It's not great defensively, but he's got some ability there. And then you look down the left, and knowing he's got the shooting and the through passing and his skill set on the ball, he's decent. He's not brilliant. Passing, decent but not brilliant. I just feel like a 94 rated centre mid Fofana, I'd have liked a bit more on him technically. 83 is not bad for passing, but it's not great, especially for someone 94 rated. I want a bit more from him. And on the ball again, he's all right on the ball, but if he's not going to be good at defending and he's not got the skills to back up his defensive abilities, then you're really focusing on what he can do going forward. And yes, he's got a good skill set, but I just feel like he's lacking a little bit in these areas. I'm being a bit harsh maybe, but when I saw him pop out 94 rated centre mid, I'm thinking this guy's going to be a great card. And I just find these attributes down the left-hand side a little bit underwhelming for Fofana, but like I say, I'm being a bit harsh. He's got good speed, he's physically strong, great stamina, he's going to get up and down all day. And you look at all these skills he's got going forward, he could do a lot of damage for you. He's an interesting one. And another centre mid, Fabian Ruiz from PSG. So again, looking at the skill set, same kind of thing. Long range curler, long range shooting, first time shot, one touch pass, through passing. He's great on the ball, he's going to shoot, he's going to create chances for you. Looking at his attributes, he's not particularly quick. Physical contact and balance is kind of okay. Good stamina. Defensively, not brilliant. And then down the left is where it obviously counts with this guy because he wants to create chances and he can shoot as well. So good on the ball, very good passing. Got good curl as well, with that long range curler skill. So you can hit those good curling shots into the far corner. Long range shooting as well. The thing for me with Ruiz is similar to the Lacazette one, it's the play style. He's an orchestrator. So if you play this guy as centre mid or defensive mid, he's not going to get forward much. He's going to loiter around the middle of the park as an orchestrator, but he can't defend really. So the problem with this guy is that he's not going to get forward much, but he can't really defend. So you need another midfielder in there doing the defensive work to really free him up to do what he's good at, which is getting forward and creating chances and shooting. The other way you could use him is you can play him as an MF. His player style won't be active there as an orchestrator, so then he'll get forward a bit more, and then you could really make the most of his attacking abilities, that good skill set he's got, and those attributes as well, like I say. So yeah, like I say, just got to be mindful of his play style as an orchestrator, and he's a little bit lacking in pace, but he's got some really good skills and good ability going forward. Then the last two, got Teo. We've had a few Teo Hernandez cards already from Milan. The one real difference with this one is they've made him an offensive fullback. If you don't like a fullback finisher, and I don't, because they stray from their defensive position quite a lot, moving up into the midfield and getting forward a lot. That's the one real negative with the previous versions of Teo Hernandez, but with this guy, obviously offensive fullback, he is going to still get forward, but not quite so much, and he's not going to stray too much from his position. But with that being said, he still isn't brilliant defensively. A little bit lacking with those attributes, as he always is. But he's got crazy pace. He's got good physical contact when he's in defensive situations. That can help. Good stamina. Looking down the left, dribbling's the good one there. I mean, tight position and ball control are okay, but great dribbling though. That will combine well with his pace when you're carrying the ball forward. Passing's okay. He's got pinpoint crossing, but his curl's not brilliant. He's lofted past 76, so his crossing, it's not going to be brilliant, but it'll be okay. For me personally, I like my fullbacks to be able to defend a bit better, but if you like this guy, he does have great pace, good physicals. He can certainly do a good job for you. Long range shooting as well, as you'd expect after that goal he scored. Yeah, could be a fun one to have. Like I say, be mindful of the defensive attributes, and of course the lack of defensive skills because he doesn't have interception or block or any of that stuff. So yeah, be mindful of the lack of defensive ability, but certainly crazy pace and could be a fun card to have. And then finally Romero. This guy is just an excellent centre back. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. You look at his stats, go straight to the middle for a centre back. Very good. He's not outstanding. There are centre backs who are in the 90s for all these, but still 88, 88, 93, 87. He's very strong defensively. But then he's got good speed as well for a centre back. 6'1". He's got good speed, very good defensive stats, and he's very good in the air. Look at 85 for heading, 88 jumping, 88 physical. He's got heading and aerial superiority, so he's very good in the air. He's got that good speed, very good defensive stats. Then down left as well, he's got that 71 for ball control and for passing. And when you look at his skill set, The only thing he's really lacking is blocker. Apart from that, he's got a great set of defensive skills, and he's got one-touch pass, which is a nice little bonus. So yeah, ultimately, this is just a really, really good centre-back card, Romero. I think this is the best card in the pack. I'll be very happy if I get this guy. So there you go, that's all of them. Hopefully you found that useful. I'll be doing another video with the end season MVPs. I'll be uploading that in the next day or two. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you found that useful. I'll see you next time.